Hey viewers, welcome to another game sketch for a pro gamer. Today we're doing another Zerg versus Protoss game, and this time checking what it is. This is Idra or Idra, and the other guy is Buck. So finally some decent names that I can actually pronounce, and yeah, we're going to see what these guys have to show for us. So last game was pretty interesting. Lots of nice big units and big fights, and yeah, not a very good tactic from the loser, but still we will see if this one goes a little better. So anyway, thank you for watching these videos, by the way. I'm still trying to get enough viewers and videos out to make sure that I can upload faster, upload longer than 15 minutes, and of course get some support from some company that allows me to put up, YouTube should allow me to put up longer videos and such, but other companies can provide me with, for example, the statistics on what you guys want to see and what you don't want to see, which videos you skip half of, and well, that kind of thing. Because to me it is really important to bring out videos that people actually want to see, and not just get high amounts of videos or high amounts of views on my channel. I don't really care about that too much. I mean, if I put out good videos, then obviously I will get more views on them. And yeah, we see two drones coming out to deal with this probe. The probe is probably going to get out of there. It's either that or put down a pylon and then cancel it about halfway through, and then you get 75 minerals back, and that would be good as well. I mean, that would lose you 25 minerals in the end, plus it would invest 100 minerals for a little bit, and it would delay this hatchery for quite a bit, so I guess that's worth it. The fast expansion going down from the Protoss player as well as the Zerg player. Protoss coming out with a forge, a gateway, probably another gateway, and then some cannons behind it, probably over here, and maybe one over here, or here. Here would be better, I guess. Yeah, there's the cannon. He is going to wall this off a little bit more before the larger amounts of Zerglings are coming in. But for now, it is okay. This can be will hold, because the cannons are very good against small amounts of Zerglings, but not against the bigger amounts, because they can only shoot one Zergling at a time, and it takes like 2 or 3 shots to kill a Zergling. Anyhow, we're going to watch not the production tab, but the unit tab, which is way more revealing. So we see a few Zerglings out, but not a lot. 2 queens out, and in the end, yeah, you need you need 1 queen per 2 hatcheries, but to allow you to reduce the amount of APM, you need to correctly control everything. People normally go for an extra queen. Queens aren't that expensive. They're 150 minerals, and it is well worth it. I don't know if they nerfed the queen regeneration ability, because if I look at this, then I don't think you can do the 2 hatcheries anymore. Inject larvas 25, yeah, and this guy only has 33, so I'm not sure. They may have reduced the amount of regen you get from that, and that would explain why everybody's going for the extra queen. But anyway, it reduces the amount of APM you need to have to do the normal things in your base, allowing you to spend more time on your army, on just keeping track of everything else. So cybernetic score and gateway used to block this cannon, and this cannon is therefore protected by huge amounts of HP. As you can see, 400 would be the minimum of these buildings, so you need to chew to 400 800 Hang on, yeah. So it's still the lowest? Yeah. You need to go through 800 health points before you can actually get to the cannon, which has 300 as well. And yeah, with these sentries out, it is going to be really hard for the Zerglings to do anything, well, near that amount of damage. Amount of probes and drones pretty much the same. Normally we see more drones than probes. But I guess, yeah, all the bases are saturated now. And the Zerg player does not want to go for an additional expansion, or he would have taken that. So at this moment we have a pure economic build for the Zerg player, and the Protoss player also going for his third base, where the Protoss player of course has to invest in buildings a lot more, and he's going to bring out an observer just to spot what's going on the rest of the map. So no actual units coming out yet, so nobody is producing any units, any fight units. Just building up some economy. As I said, the Zerg player going for full economy here, finally bringing out his first few Zerglings and going to build some more. And oh, these sentries not in a good spot. They actually get damaged quite heavily, and he hasn't lost any, I think. But losing the sentries, yeah, that would be really bad. And the Zerglings spotting everything that's going on, maybe not actually seeing this because there is a cannon there, and it would be risky to go in there if you want to spot more. But we can easily check that. So a Zerg player coming in and is now going to spot everything, even if he hadn't. Yeah, he's going to spot this last gateway, but already saw everything else. And yeah, the Zerglings just running straight past this this main base and going into the expansion here, because he cannot get through this. And as well, only one cannon now, so he might actually be able to get through it now. Lots of units being warped in here, and the force fields making sure that the zealots cannot get a full surround here, and hopefully he will be able to hold that off, because otherwise this is going to be a really quick game. If he loses too much of his army already, if he loses this base, yeah, this it's going to be really hard to come back from that. But he is going to be fine with these two extra cannons coming up. And yeah, we have 48 Zerglings now against a very small army from the Protoss player, but yeah, these sentries are going to be really useful in this small choke. Yeah, placing them, placing the force field over there, losing 2 units. That is, yeah, just mispositioning there. Yeah, and he is indeed playing terribly. Well, not so much that I could do better, but yeah, you don't expect. Oh man, this guy is bad. Anyway, yeah, Idra is kind of a dickweed to most of his opponents. He rage quits all the time, and he is really bad-mannered at times. But I'm sure that he's a nice dude if you actually know him. But yeah, these sentries are supposed to wall off this gap, and then whatever. So you, when the army runs through, you ward off the gap, and you split the army in two. Half of the army will be stuck on the outside, half of it will be stuck on the inside, and in the end, you will be able, or when that happens, you will be able to pick off the army that's on the inside without running the risk of losing too much. So taking out his destructible rocks, I'm not sure why, because it doesn't seem like a very good move. Because yeah, then this can happen. Needs 4 force fields to actually block this run. And a lot of Banelings being dropped here. And I'm sure he spotted that because he had an observer in the enemy base. That is very unlikely to be taken out by now. And all of the Zerglings just get out of here, so bringing in a Colossus to deal with those Zerglings. And let me try to find this observer. Guys, play with the yellow color, please. Yellow is so much easier to spot on this map. The observer is over here now. But I can actually see what he spotted. So he didn't spot anything, he only spotted these two bases with his initial scout. And yeah, the Zerg player on the other hand has full vision over everything. And yeah, that is just way better to have, obviously. So that yeah, he did spot the Baneling nest though, so the observer is at least spotting that. And yeah, that was an important thing to know, because he would know what is incoming. You need to know the unit composition of your opponents at least. But yeah, with Stalkers and Zealots it isn't really important that you know what the unit composition is, because they're good against, well, they're good against nothing, but they're decent against everything. So they're kind of the standard build of any army. They can hold off any sort of enemy army, but they're not like super duper good against anything. But if you micro them correctly, they can do pretty well against most army compositions. Obviously, a lot of units on this side, well, you could have already seen that from the unit tab I had open, but yeah, the infestors, 8 infestors out, they are going to pin this whole army in place, and then the Banelings are going to get dropped on top of them. And the Zerglings are going to surround them. That's the tactic, at least. It doesn't have burrow and things like that yet. Ooh, getting sniped here. There are some High Templars out apparently. They just sniped one of the infestors with the feedback. And wow, losing his entire army there. And I think the main thing that happened there was that feedback. Idra rage quitting, as I said. He does that all the time. And we are going to rewatch the last minute of this game, where we see that, well, here are the extra zealots coming in, and there is the High Templar. So building some cannons, he knows that this base is going to be hard to hold, and here is the army. Let me set it to normal. This is actually below the normal play speed. I can't go any lower than this, so we see the Zerglings coming in. The Baneling drops are going to be the thing that that should make this work, and the Banelings are getting dropped. The fungal growth is going down, but yeah, this extra army that comes in plus this extra Colossus, well, they came in and they wiped the floor with the rest of the army. So he did take out the main army, the army that was actually there, and then he was stuck with 5 infestors that were going to die. And yeah, he definitely hadn't lost yet, because this base is still mining. It's almost mined out, but it's still mining. And yeah, it's pretty much mined out though. Anyway, this base is definitely mining, this one is mining, this one is mining, and he could take this base because, well, why not? Yeah, I'm not sure why he would give up this quickly, because he has enough minerals to replenish his army. The enemy army isn't that big. It's 16 Stalkers, that's quite a lot. And 3 Colossi and 10 Zealots, but yeah, it is not an incredible amount, but this guy does what the guy in the last video didn't do. He surrenders when he actually sees, well, the chances of me winning are like 10% now, and I don't like those odds. I'm going to just play another game. So that's Idra for you, or Idra, and yeah, hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. GG.